I started off out of college making history by becoming the youngest trader at the New York Stock Exchange, as well as the second African-American woman to work down there. I made $12,000, and I currently, fast forward today, make $650,000. I'm Lauren Simmons, I'm 27 years old. I make $650,000 a year, and I live in Los Angeles, California. When people ask me what do, I generally give a generic response. I work in finance, but actually I'm an author, I'm a producer, I'm a host of a Spotify podcast as well as a TV series, and I am an investor and I sit on a few boards of different financial companies. She has always been very strict when it comes to budgeting and saving, putting me on her credit cards early on so I could build that credit before I turn 18. To this day at 27, I rely a lot on my mom. I hear her voice even if I don't talk to her whenever I make purchases over $100. My firm, everybody that was entry level walking into the door was making $12,000, but other people at other firms, I learned entry level, same qualifications that I had, same job that I had, was making $120,000. And to break down how that happens, the New York Stock Exchange is very much like the NFL. The different firms at the New York Stock Exchange, like the different teams at the NFL, set their own salaries, rules, HR policies, etc., etc. So this $23 is very cheesy, but I move it with me everywhere. This is the last $23 from the check that I received at the New York Stock Exchange, and I keep it with me to just essentially keep my money growing, but also to be a reminder of where I started and where I'm at now. My apartment is 750 square feet. I spend $3,850 a month, and I pay that all up front, so I'm not stressed about paying my rent on a month-to-month basis. I spend around $100 a month on food. Breakfast makes me nauseous and sleepy, so I usually don't eat until later in the afternoon. I would say Casper is probably my most expensive thing. It's like living with a husband, but not. I think we're paying like $90, and I get him groomed about probably twice a month, which is just crazy. And then the food that I make, any salmon that I cook, any shrimp that I cook with no seasoning, I will give him that. He lives a very luxurious lifestyle, but he is a dear. I got into meditating because I was 19, went through a terrible breakup, and I just needed answers. And someone suggested to me, actually my boyfriend before we broke up, meditating. That's almost now going on 10 years. Having that routine in this crazy world that I have really helps for my mental sanity. It flows into the productivity of my entrepreneurial endeavors. Shout out to my ex for making that happen for me. Thank you. that's braggy if I say I'm good with money. Am I good with money? I think everyone's personal finance journey is just that. If I'm being really truthful, I don't think me making $12,000 and me making $650,000 is that much of a difference, and I'm sure everybody's gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. I am an aggressive saver like my mom. I save 85% of my income. Have been practicing this since I was on the trading floor making $12,000 a year. Yes, I get accessibility to do more things, but I think my mental mindset, my money mindset, it's exactly the same. I do believe a digital currency will be permanent and it'll stay within our infrastructure, but for right now, it is highly speculative. But once it becomes centralized, and I don't think any of the cryptocurrencies that are currently out today will be the ones, I think it'll be a new one entirely. Yes, of course, I will put my money into that new digital currency. My investing strategy, again, make sure that you do your due diligence and you really understand what you're investing in. I learned early on from the men on the floor that 95% of the men on the floor don't invest in the stock market. And I didn't start investing until the crash of March 2020. That was the first time, and I don't regret it. It is awkward to say I'm on track to become a millionaire. As much as I embrace talking about salaries and being open, I do think there is this nuance, especially with women. We don't get the same kudos as our male counterparts. It means everything to me personally because I'm the first person in my family to graduate with a college degree. Something about this small town girl just making moves in life is rewarding, but also just, you know, my family and I, we've come a long way, and I'm super grateful. And also, for everyone that is concerned from that CNBC Make It video from years ago, me making $12,000, as you can see, I'm just fine, so you guys don't have to stress. I really am that same bubbly girl that you all met years ago. Even if you are making 100,000, 200,000, a million, you don't have to go crazy with your lifestyle. You can be normal and, you know, experience life, but also save and really budget for the future. I'm excited to watch this video in 5 to 10 years from now and to see where I'm at. Maybe running for president.